I'm thinking about some kind of new vet deck that is similar to my old aggro Maelstrom. But I kind of want to play Scarabs and Mirage Masters because they're so fun, and I didn't play that much with them. So I'm thinking maybe cut the Mana Forger cheese, even though it can give us really stupid Maelstroms. With Pyros, question mark. Because I just watched Rave Kira a bit, and I was like, yeah, Fountain of Youth is pretty cool. Especially with Maelstroms, is what I was thinking. Because then you can undispel a Fireblaze and play Maelstrom in the same turn. Then you get extra damage, right? So I almost feel like cutting Siphons for Fountains. Hi, Dr. Perry. Yeah, Time Walk. It's pretty crazy stuff, right? There are quite a lot of options. I would like another 2-drop that's good to play turn 1. Because only these two are good to play turn 1. And it's kind of an aggro deck, so I need at least 9 2-drops that are annoying for the opponent on turn 1. So thinking of Pyro because I have Star's Fury, Fireblaze and Primus Fist and Windstorm. But I don't really see how to make room for it. Deck building so hard in this game. Because I also want the Fountains of Youth. Maybe this is a list where we play only 2 Maelstrom, not the classic 3 ones. Because we don't have Mana Forger as well. Like this we can make room for 2 Pyros. But then we still don't have 9 good turn 1 plays. Because Primus is not a good turn 1 play for a deck that's supposed to be totally proactive. And I want to play triple Scarab. Maybe I just can't build a Maelstrom version of it. Maybe I just try to build something that will be mid-range. Mid-range is usually pretty boring, but how can mid-range be boring if you have Mirage Master and Scarab, right? I was also thinking about, what if we do build a triple Maelstrom deck, but you know, I'm thinking about 3 ways to activate damage in Maelstrom time. Like this, is pretty stupid. If you replace Dreamgazer within your Maelstroms, this also helps find the Dreamgazers, give it 3/3 stats, but then it's a Mana Forger list again, right? How the fuck do we survive until 9 mana though? Yeah, of course with that fountain it means we do. Because it's also perfect with Portal Guardian, the Dreamgazer. Inner Oasis is not damage, which is a bit of a problem, but it does look too good like this. Maybe we don't play obelisks for once and do some weird zoo stuff. Maybe we don't have place for Fountain of Youth. Where's the zoo stuff? Where are the minions? Yeah, we actually only have Portal Guardian as a Fountain of Youth target. That's not great. We don't have any 2-drops. I think this deck could only be built if we had way more cards in our deck. Like way more than 40. I do like the idea of Fountain of Youth, First Wish, Dreamgazer, Portal Guardian, Maelstrom. So maybe we go back there. And I guess Mana Fortress then, well. It's just that this shell looks pretty cheese. Like a Dispelled Portal Guardian at 9 mana. You Fountain of Youth it. Then you replace a Dreamgazer. And then you Maelstrom. And then you suddenly have 1 damage Frenzy and 2 damage. And of course, because you already played Dreamgazers and First Wishes through the rest of the game, it's easier to find Maelstrom Chain, to find triple Maelstrom. And Fountain of Youth is free, so it also makes your hand smaller, which is nice because you want to draw 2 cards with every Maelstrom. So this is a pretty nice shell for finding triple Maelstrom at 9 mana and doing unexpected damage without a board or a dispelled board that doesn't look threatening. So I do kind of like this shell, but it's already 16 cards and we have 0 answers and only 1 threat. People arrive. Hi Skippy. Is Wizardbrome viable in non-legacy? Some people try to play it against me. I don't think I lost against it yet. You can try it. I know CrossFit played something a little bit similar to it in a tournament and looked pretty cool. And CrossFit actually did win a few rounds in the tournament. He played like some kind of Wizardbrome shell, but it also had suicide cards like Flameblood with triple Zir. So it seemed like the idea was control the board, kill both of us, like symmetrical suicide with Tempest and Flamebloods. But I will go into Zir and smack you for 5. And there were also heals in the list, by the way. It was like heal and burn, Wizardbrome with triple Zir. There were not many minions in the list, by the way. Because you love Wizardbrome, you're playing Legacy. I do think Wizard decks are pretty fun. I just don't like Legacy. Isn't Wizardbrome just Soulless Fatigue deck? No, because Fatigue doesn't exist in one draw. I have never seen it in all those games. And Soulless Fatigue deck, yeah, it's a Fatigue deck. I'm newer. Any backstab deck? Yeah, I play quite a lot of backstab compared to other people, I think. Not the mask, by the way, but the minions. I play 3 Gorehorn and 2 Kaido in one list, which people usually don't like to play. But actually I'm starting to think it's Chakri that's the weaker link in that deck, and not Kaido, because I have triple Chakri. Because I thought Kaido, even in the Miss Dragon Seal list, wasn't doing that well. But if you don't play Spell High, then Chakri barely charges up. It's also because I'm running a bad card named Killing Edge. It's not, I mean, it's situationally good, but it's just, yeah, if you compare it to some other buffs in the game like Greater Fortitude, it's really expensive for what it does. Wizard Brome runs Immo. Yeah, that's also a good point, because Solo's Fatigue deck doesn't. Well, he does have a version with Immo, but I think he just loads that up when he gets sick of people playing into Immo on purpose, because they know he doesn't run it. Because yeah, I played against this Fatigue Lyo a lot in closed servers, and he rarely played the Immo version, very rarely. Killing is very strong in Key's Hammondless Hammond deck. Hammondless Hammond? I wonder how that works. Where's the Hammond in the Hammond deck? Yeah, this is a cool shell, but I just don't see a way to finish it off. This card is actually so pointless, even if you find triple staff, which means you already had to have 2 equipped before you play this at 9 mana. Then Aurora's Tears is still more damage. Yeah, okay, if you have triple staff, then this is +8, while 1 tier is +6. But it's way more efficient, right? The Tears. Then you can at least play the triple staff and the Tears in the same turn, instead of somehow having 2 Yakirs survive on your face. And needing 9 mana. Maybe Osirix is better, not as a finisher, but as a super expensive tempo card, which doesn't make sense for a tempo deck. But like, oh, I develop a threat while I one-shot your Rejuvenator with my general, so I can afford to play this 7-drop because I one-shot your Rejuve. I don't know. I just really wish I could play this card. I always liked the art, but it sucked in the past and it sucks after the rework. But Blast, I do enjoy Blast. Maybe the best thing to do with Osirix is Keeper, which means this thing has to survive somehow 1 turn. But then if you Keeper it, your general does 8 without any artifacts. Yeah, there are way better ways to OTK in this faction. Just play Tears with staffs, or play Time Maelstrom. I also theorized a deck, which again doesn't really happen, but yeah, if you have triple Mana Forge, triple Maelstrom, and on 6 mana you Keeper a Mana Forger, then at 9 you can play a 1 mana Mana Forger and Maelstrom out of hand, which is broken if you build your deck around it. The problem is you can never do that without dying. If you play the deck that I was thinking of. So the idea is you always replace Mana Forgers except 1. You keep 1 in hand for the Keeper combo. You play that on 6. And then you start replacing for your other Mana Forgers, the other 2, and Maelstroms. And then the rest of your deck is First Wish and damage spells that are cheap. Because I'm pretty sure you can OTK that way. It's a little bit RNG, but you can make it less RNG by, again, running Dream Gazers and the First Wishes. So yeah, you play the 1 mana Mana Forger Maelstrom at 9. You get 3 first wishes to find more Maelstroms and more damage. And you also run second wish, so that after triple Maelstrom you can still fight more cards. And you know, once you play 1 mana Forger Maelstrom, this is 1 mana, while Maelstrom is 8, which means you can play this to find another Maelstrom, which makes the Maelstrom chaining super consistent. And then this is 1 damage as well, 1 mana, so you can also play this with Maelstrom. And the scariest thing is, if you find another Mana Forger, then you can also just play the 2 Mana Forger, and then Maelstrom is 7, and then Rush's Curse is free, Bonesworm is free, so you just play all the spell cards for free, and Maelstrom again to refill your hand. Second Wish also became free, so you can fight more damage. You know what I mean? And then this is also spell damage. This one is a bit too expensive for this, probably, but there's not much else you can run. So you would probably run this too. And maybe this. But then this you only play after you played triple Maelstrom. And yeah, if you really want to, if you do that, this meme that I'm thinking of, Tears will also be free. And once you get 7 mana Maelstroms, you can play a Staff of Ikir with your Maelstrom and 3 Tears. So that's probably also a way to go for the OTK without a board, Maelstrom OTK without a board. But I really don't see how you can survive until 9 mana and find the time to play Mana Forger Keeper out of hand on 6. Like how do you not die? By playing answer cards that you don't have room for in this deck. Because you play all the damage spells and Mana Forgers and Keepers and Dreamgazer and yeah, this deck wouldn't fit Mystics and Juves because they don't do damage. They will interrupt your OTK. Okay, maybe too much of a rant. But yeah, that's an idea for Wizard OTK vet, right? It would be kind of like a Wizard deck as well. I'm just saying because it looks like a Hammer deck, but it doesn't play it. Okay. I think I might know which deck you mean. That's the only other deck that also plays Kashrai like I am, right? Fountain of Youth deck, nice. Yeah, that would, the deck I was talking about now could maybe run Fountain of Youth, but probably not. But I was indeed thinking of building a Fountain of Youth deck because before I started streaming, I was watching Raid Kira and also Amor before that, by the way. He streamed for like half an hour. And yeah, I only played Fountain of Youth in an Arcanist deck that Fate built, but I didn't play it yet in, you know, Obelisk's Portal Guardian Maelstrom. And it's really cool that you can undispel a Portal Guardian and still play Maelstrom in the same turn. Or a Fireblaze Obelisk and still play Maelstrom in the same turn. So I got a bit inspired. Yeah, the Kashrai deck was the one I beat you with last night. What game was that again? Oh yeah, I remember you mostly played neutrals, and I was like telling Blatham, you see how bad this Valor deck is? Because Carol didn't even get a gas hand, it was just normal minions and we got rushed down. There wasn't even Saber Spine Seals or anything. He got rushed down by healing Mystics. Look how bad this deck is what I said to Blatham. I think it's that game, right? And then I switched to Solo Fit Walls and had like a 14 game win streak. Yeah, I built a Vanner deck that looked pretty decent, but it turned out to be total trash. It just had no early game or mid game board presence if you don't roll Fenrir's. And in Walls, for some reason, if you don't roll Fenrir's, you are still okay. I guess you have enough stall with Gravity Well, Elemental, and that kind of shit. Dealing Mystic Rush down is why I like that. So do you reckon Drogelord is just better than Jax? No, I don't think so. But Drogelord is more fun. And Drogelord at least is better in some matchups. For example, it's better against Magmar. Still not great against Magmar because they have such an easy time clearing your Vespers. But yeah. It is better against Magmar than Jax at least. It's also probably better against Lionar. But that's debatable because if you run triple Jax, it means they can never Tempest. And that's kind of hard for them against walls. Because as soon as they Tempest once without Jax, you have a chance to win with Jax, right? But Magmar doesn't really need to do that. Especially if they play Plasma Storm, then you, triple Plasma, triple Spirit Harvester, you should never lose against walls. Especially because you also have triple Macanter. If you run triple of those 3 cards, I don't think you can lose against walls. I don't see how. And yeah, if you don't like playing Drogelord Bleach or Jax, you can play the 3. The 3 is not bad actually. The 7 mana 3. So not the number 3, but 3. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Can answer older guys temp pressure till you get roughly 14. Can answer older guys temp pressure till you get roughly 14 damage out of hand. You mean the deck you were playing, Carol? How do you have 13 damage out of hand in the deck? I don't know what cards that deck is running. If you run those 2 cards, you should be ashamed of yourself. Chiri, hey Sybens. Why did I say Sybens? And I always just call you Syben. Because that's how I remember your name, at least from the past. And go to Scram and start making dinner. Have a good stream. Thank you. Have a good dinner. Yeah, Syben, were you here when I was theorizing Keeper Mana Forger OTK deck? It's not possible, I don't think. But I mean, the OTK is possible, but surviving until 9 mana is not possible, I don't think. But yeah, I guess I'll just build it and not play it or something. Actually, this is also damage. And it's with the 1 mana forger that you play off, you can start hitting with it without the mana forger dying, and it gives stall throughout the rest of the game, right? So maybe this is also something you play. Actually, even Sand Traps, it doesn't do damage, but again, once you have the 2 mana forgers out, it's free and it's a cantrip, so you're more likely to find triple Maelstrom, your free signs, second wishes and stuff. So there are some options here. Might be better than this. So yeah, the idea is on 6 mana you keep your mana forger, and then at 9 mana you play 1 mana forger Maelstrom out of hand, and you can OTK without a board by playing a bunch of free spells and Maelstrom chaining. And the problem is, to do that, yeah, there's no way to stall. You'll just die. So I guess Sand Trap does really make sense because it is a way to stall, and it's just cheap enough. With this deck, you should be able to consistently get a second mana forger out after playing mana forger Maelstrom all 9, the 1 mana forger, and then the 2 mana spells get broken. So this is technically also damage, even though it's only 1, it's 3 damage, right? And we draw too many cards at the end of the game because Second Wish, if we have only one Mana Forger and one Maelstrom, we can still play Second Wish and Maelstrom in the same turn. So, and once we find Mana Forger, we can start cycling for free with Sand Traps and drawing for free and have 7 mana Maelstroms. And these things do damage when you replace with Maelstroms, especially with 3 First Wish. Then they start doing 6 over 2 Maelstroms. Cosmic Flash can do the same thing. So yeah, this is a very cool idea, I think, but how the fuck do we survive? And again, this is also playable because we can get 7 mana Maelstroms, so we can run tiers with staffs. Actually, staffs are a way to control the board, and they go back into your deck. So you can still OTK with that shit, so maybe that's also an option. The keepers are the biggest problem for your OTK, I guess. You kind of want to get rid of them. Maybe Aether Masters, and then only run one keeper. Then by 9 mana, yeah, this is the biggest cock block for your Maelstroms. Well, you have a replace every turn with the Maelstroms, so you can just get rid of this every time. So maybe it's okay. It's just, again, how the fuck do you survive until 9 mana with this shit? And you have to play Mana Forger, Keeper of the Veil before 9 mana out of hand as well, which is a very tempo negative turn. And so many useless cards. Until 9. I guess this. It doesn't do... Well, it can help with damage against Provoke. And it can help empty your hand because it's free. And it might be really necessary against... what's his name? Arkan. Although with the 1 mana Mana Forger, anti-Maelstrom... Arkan... No, that doesn't work. Well, yeah, okay. You can Maelstrom when they play an Arkan if you have this in hand and Siphon. Then you play the 1 mana Mana Forger, which makes the 1 mana Siphon 0 again. So then you Siphon, and for free still, so you spend only 1 mana, and then this is 8 mana again. So I guess it's really necessary for and early game control and Provoke, and so that you can still Arkan if you have the Keeper at Forger, Maelstrom, Siphon. And yeah, it can be handy for emptying your hand in the first few Maelstrom turns. So I'll just save this deck because it's a cool concept, but it looks totally unplayable. OTK, Keeper, Forger. Let's read chat. The deck runs on in a Focus Tusk, Phoenix Fire, Saber Spines, and Killing Edge for Burst. Okay, so it does have some spell high things. You just didn't even need it to kill me super fast with that horrible Vanner deck. Just arrived. So it can assemble that kind of out of hand damage. Evil Bones Swarm. You don't like bones? I like bones. I killed Solo from 16 with an alive hand fox earlier today. Nice. Shield Oracle. I like Shield Oracle in artifact decks. Iverian, by the way. I don't know what I'm looking at. Alright, let's give it a whirl. I don't dare to play this. It's really bad. Maybe we can play it against ourselves, just so that I can show you guys what it can do. Because then I will play an opponent that gives us the time, right? Until 9 mana. Yeah, I think this is a sandbox game, just to show you guys that this OTK I theory crafted is real. But what is not real is actually pulling it off on ladder, let alone in tournaments. You will just die with this deck, I'm sure. Could we have the list, please? You mean this new OTK list? I played Obelisk and Sabo last weekend and went 25-1. Really? Maybe we'll play your deck then, Sybens. I do really like Obelisks and Sabo. Because you're saying Obelisk and Sabo in the same deck? Because that does sound fun. And that's a good win streak, 25-1. Could we have, well, Azure Azukari, if you meant this list, sure, I can give it. But don't come crying to me if you say your list sucks, because I know. No, 2 different decks, just get switching, okay. Well, I would still be interested in your decks. Because, for example, the Aggro Lionar deck that you beat Mazer with, not me by the way, you beat Mazer, that you beat Mazer with, that was a deck I really didn't expect to be so fucking good, but I tried it a little bit and was like, that's well built by Simon. Because the Martyrdom in an aggro deck is so counterintuitive. I don't think anyone did it before you, right? I don't remember at least. But it really works, the Martyrdom in aggro, which is really counterintuitive. But I played it a bit against Solofit in the closed servers, and it was pretty good. It could even rush down his Fatigue Lionar deck somehow. But I did make one change. I replaced the Rejuvenators for Artifact Hunters, because I was feeling like I was running out of cards too much, and I like to play something more proactive in an aggro deck than Rejuve. Of course, on ladder, Rejuve is better, but I mean, against Fatigue Lio, I preferred the Artifact Hunters. But on ladder, I'm pretty sure your Juves are better. Okay, Sandbox, how do we do that? Yeah. Do we play 2 of these decks? Against each other? I guess then we have a higher chance that I can show you guys that this OTK will work, right? Actually, I never tried it, so maybe it doesn't work, but I'm pretty sure it does. Have to find Mana Forger Keeper. Okay, that's exactly what I got. Cycle. It does, if you play this during the game, it does mean you get rid of your damage. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter. Cycling your deck is more important so that you're guaranteed to get a good triple Maelstrom with multiple Mana Forgers. But I guess I will still replace it for the Keeper. We don't need 2 Keepers. So that's the problem with the Keeper. Is that, oh, since we are playing against ourselves, we can just play the Mana Forger already and Keeper it the next turn, which wouldn't happen on ladder. So these things can be good to keep for Maelstrom turns, but again, doesn't really matter, because you can also just cycle. You know, playing these things means you die even faster with this deck on ladder or in tournaments. So maybe you really do just keep these for the Maelstrom turns, if you play against a real player, I don't know. Okay, we are also keepering the Mana Forger next turn. So now we might as well start keeping the Maelstroms. And then you also keep the 2 Mana Forger as well. Actually, now that I think about it, with this deck, the triple Keeper is not that bad, because it means you can sometimes Keeper a Mana Forger twice in the game, and then you have 2 1-mana Mana Forgers. And that's even more broken, right? Yeah. Then on 9 mana, you can play 2 1-mana Mana Forgers and a 7-mana Maelstrom. Okay, so triple Keeper is the way in this deck, actually. Because even if you don't pull that off, then this is just the card you always replace after getting the 1-mana Forger. Okay, now we keep this. Maybe we'll just skip to 9 mana now. So I'm gonna try it without the 2 1-mana Forgers, because that's kind of cheating, I would say, on testing this OTK. We already are cheating, right, by not killing each other. And then This guy is not damaged, so I guess I'll go with the OTK from this side. But we are not allowed to use this guy's effect. So I will suicide this into this. And suicide this thing here. We'll keep the Maelstroms. Well, we do need to empty our hand later. Anyway, I'll just pass. We're just testing shit, right? We're not allowed to use this. We're also not allowed to use this stuff for the OTK. I will keep this to empty my hand with this or something. It would not be fair to have this equipped already at the OTK turn, so I'll just clear this thing and then we will start skipping to 9. Actually, it's fine to make this faster by taking the mana tiles, because we can just pretend we are at a 9 mana turn, right? Okay, yeah, so we are at 9 mana now. Let's just pretend. Let's see if we can pull it off. We didn't cycle much yet because we did only one of this during the game and no first wishes. So we do need to get lucky now. Like, so maybe I should have replaced for second wishes and stuff already. Yeah, I guess. Okay, that can help us empty our hand. So next turn we can play Forger with another Maelstrom, but we have to draw it. Second wish can give us more chances. Okay, so we already failed. We didn't get it. Let's see if we can do it with the other guy, because we have 2 Maelstroms. Also keeping the 2 mana Forger. This will be free. So I guess I will replace for second wishes. It sucks that this guy is no longer at full health. I think I will know a way around it though. We'll just not attack with a bunch of things. Okay. I'll make it a bit easier visually. I mean, we can do stupid shit with that. You know what? I'll just go for it this turn. We have 9 mana and it looks pretty fun here. So we will not be attacking, so we need to keep track of, because he's not at full health. We need to keep track of how much damage we do. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we can't play any of this yet this turn. We have to play the 8 mana Maelstrom this turn. So now we do 2 damage. Keep counting. I will reply to chat later, I guess. This is pretty difficult stuff. Okay, we just did 2, and then this turn we do. Let's first plan out the turn. I think we can already keep this because of these mana forges. So first we'll play the free spell, right? Now we play mana forger. We still only did 2 damage so far. Now we play free draw. We can get more free draw, so we'll first get free damage. Free, so not number 3, but free damage. And it also empties our hand, right, for the Maelstrom that we still have mana for. We can also draw more cards. we can empty our hand with a siphon on an enemy minion, which I don't think is unrealistic in a real game, that we will have board, because we have almost no board control during the game. Can we play this with this yet? No, right? It will be 6, no. But we can do that next turn. So maybe... No, I guess we should second wish this same turn. More free damage. Maybe we should replace the non-damage for second wishes and another maelstrom. Free damage. Yeah, so you see we have 4 free damage here already, 5. This is a lot already. We played only 1 maelstrom so far. And we have how much damage? We did 2 last turn. General 4, 6, 9. Plus 5. It's already 14 if we play everything. And then we can still maelstrom after that with a mana forger. But at the moment we did only 2. Let's see what would be the correct play. So this deck would also be very difficult, even if you do pull it off at 9 mana. Of course we play at least 1 card, 1 free damage card, otherwise we don't roll 2 cards from this. I guess it's a bit easier for us to keep track of damage if we only play this. Now this is nice for next turn, so that we can attack twice with this over multiple maelstrom turns without killing it off. So let's just remember that we did 2 damage with the Russia's Curse. We did 2 damage with our general last turn. So now we do 4, 6, 8, 11. We did 11 damage. Now we play Maelstrom, and we really hope we get another Maelstrom, because then we can play another Mana Forger, which is not really necessary anymore, I guess. All our spells in the deck are already free. We don't have First Wish in this deck, so actually we don't need more Mana Forges. We need to replace that next turn. How much damage did we do again? 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Yeah, okay, 11. Draw first. So 12. No, I should have put it on this one. I guess it doesn't matter with this. Now we have 2 cards to replace that don't do damage. But this one at least can empty your hand. This one cannot. So we did 12. Unfortunately, we didn't get another Maelstrom or Second Wish. 13, 14, 15. So yeah, I didn't replace correctly. I didn't need this Mana Forger anymore. I didn't replace that last turn. That could have helped us. But still, we did a shit ton of damage, right? I think we'll try it one more time. Maybe I should play more of the cycle things, because during the course of the game, if you play your Sand Traps, your Dream Gazer replaces your First Wishes, then you're much more likely to find all your Second Wishes and Maelstroms, because we didn't really play anything during the course of the game. So I think maybe it's less RNG than it looks like now. Let's read chat first. I'm not here for the win, only for the knowledge. Okay, that's good. Kieran was mulling over the Martyrdom aggro deck. Why? Yeah, that's fair. This doesn't seem like the most consistent thing, even with the setup. Well, I do think one thing is certain, this deck sucks. You will not be able to win consistently, true. But I do think the OTK itself can be consistent if you learn what to replace, how to forge your hand, and if you actually play your cycles during the game. So before you hit 9 mana. And we didn't do any of that. because we do have triple second wish. And if it really turns out to be inconsistent, then yeah, maybe we can cut the keepers or something. Well, not entirely, of course. We need at least one, otherwise it's impossible. Hello, John the Nerd. Nice name. Hi, Crazed. Do you run traces in this deck? I feel like you gotta run around a lot. No, it ruins the OTK, because Tracer doesn't do damage. And it's too expensive. This seems very counterproductive. What do you mean? You mean it's not useful? Yeah, this is for fun, so you're right that it's not useful. So let's actually try to play some cards during this game, but only the cycle ones. Not second wish, by the way. I think you have to keep second wishes, right? Yeah, you need to keep them for your OTK. First wishes do help with the OTK itself, but they do thin your deck, which is nice. I guess you don't really get rid of Bone Swarms. They're free damage in the OTK. Of course, in a normal game, you play them for board control, while at the same time doing damage. Oh yeah, that's also why it will be more consistent, right, Simon? Because in a real game, you probably don't need the actual 25 damage OTK, because they will take a little bit of damage here and there from a Dream Gaze or a Bone Swarm. But even if they do heal, because you don't really play board or damage during the game that much, even if they are at 25 health thanks to heal cards, you can still 25 damage them with this deck. I mean, I know for sure it's possible, but I guess we're testing how possible it is, how unrealistic. So yeah, in this game we do play some of the cycles. Keeper Forger, yeah, Keeper, nice. So yeah, we never play this during the game. You can give this to enemy minions, by the way. So I'll do that and then sand trap it. So that's a good cycle to play during the game, I think. They can still Keeper a Siphon one, right? This is also a good spell to play during the game. Then you get rid of the no damage in your deck. Okay, we'll Keeper it. It's dispelled, so it's fine to keep it on the board. It's not unfair is what I mean. Can you put this on all the minions? Yeah, you can. I'm getting rid of some damage here for the late game, but I guess that's fine. It is nice to... That's also something that you can do over the course of the game. Just tempo Keeper out. After you have the 1-mana Forger, these things are either useless or you use it to make a second 1-mana Forger. You don't need 3. So then you just play the Keepers to get rid of it out of your deck, because this is the biggest cock block for your OTK. It enables the OTK, but after you get this is the biggest cock block in your deck for the OTK, because you can't really get rid of it. Even if you have triple mana Forger, it's a 6-mana Maelstrom, so you can never play this with Maelstrom. So this is a nice thing to just tempo out. You don't even need the 1/1, you just skip. So that's another good thing, I guess. So yeah, we do actually play First Wishes nowadays. during the game. We get rid of siphons during the game. We need this for Maelstrom turns, so I'm not gonna play that. Just get rid of a card. Okay, nice. Get rid of the shit. Okay. Guess I'll just play one out, even though we get rid of damage. I want to find Maelstroms, right? I'll just play this thing out, even though it's free damage with Maelstrom. But I don't want to take damage, I want to test the 25. So it's nice to keep the second wishes. You can't discount this. This is only for the very late. Once you get 7 mana Maelstroms, you can do this. Which means we have to find the 2 mana forger, exactly. Do we play out one of these? I guess not. Oh yeah, we can just pretend it's 9 mana now. Good. So there's a provoke though. Let's wait 1 turn. Then we can test it in an easy way. Oh wait, that will be cheating. I have to dispel this. Will be cheating the next turn to already have a mana forger out. That will never happen during a game. Okay, let's see what we can do. So yeah, we pretend it's 9 mana. And we play, so these things we don't use. We play the 1 mana forger. We hit face. Actually, we should replace 4 more Maelstroms. Oh, we can already do this the same turn. So you should draw first, replace first, draw first, replace into first and draw first. Okay, of course we replace this. Let's get rid of these things. And now we get second wishes that are free, cosmic flashes that are free. So we have a pretty high chance to get new Maelstroms. This thing is not even activated yet, right? Okay, this thing really sucks to draw. If we don't get a Maelstrom or a new second wish from this, then we're already cock-blocked. Okay, maybe Simon was right. Feels fat, man. Well, we still have a lot of damage, actually. We have 1 more damage if I had put the Cosmic Flash on this. So we did 15 with no board. And that's with only 1 Maelstrom. Actually, we had 1 more damage again because of this. So pretty sure if we had just drawn 1 Maelstrom of the double second wish, we would have definitely had lethal, I think. And again, if you play out some sand traps and play out the other keepers, then yeah, it's pretty unlucky to get the last keeper here. And in general, you play more cards, right? Then I think it would have been a very high chance for an OTK. Let's try it with this side as well. You're done. You fucked up. Play this out. Actually, this is good signs. What happens? Is this a 2-2 or a 1-1? It's a 1-1. You see that? You still summon it the usual way. Keeper Dreamgazer OP. Let's get rid of your artifact so that I can actually hit your face a few times. Okay, it's 9 mana. We do 2 damage. Free cycle. I mean, we're killing ourselves. We did 2 damage. Free cycle. Okay. Yeah, we can't hit with a general anymore, so just remember we did 2. And we have 4 damage. We hit with a general again. So we have 4. We will empty our hands a little bit. We now do 6. We have only 11 cards left. The chance to get more Maelstroms or Second Wish is pretty high. So we did 6. Okay, nice. We can't hit with this because then we fuck our Maelstrom. So we just play some free damage. Now we did 8, right? Yeah, 8, 10. You could just keep this on the board for First Wish, actually. I know we can also First Wish this, but then we can attack twice with it if we get the last Maelstrom. I already forgot the number I just said. 10, right? So we did 10. Now we have 12. And then we have a shit ton of damage left. So we don't even need the last Maelstrom probably. 10, 12, 14, 18, 22. Yeah, we did the OTK even without the last Maelstrom. So this deck actually only needs 2 Maelstroms to OTK. I know we didn't even replace for it, but you don't need the artifacts either to do it. You can just kill with triple Second Wish, triple Maelstrom, with free Bone Swarms, free Rashas, free Cosmic Flash, free First Wish. Yeah, I guess you do have a staff with some free tiers as extra finisher. Oh yeah, and of course the free damage from Dreamgazer replaces during the Maelstrom turns, which you will probably never be able to do in a real game, because you'll probably, even if you're not dead somehow at 9 mana, you will definitely be low enough where maybe you can't even hit the opponent's face multiple times with your general, let alone replace Gazers. So yeah, this is an incredibly unrealistic deck, but I think I showcased the concept at least, right? And I do think it's a cool concept. Let's rechat. Will you have enough to live to OTK? No, definitely not. Maybe if you get super lucky with sand trap, drawing all your sand traps and all your bone swarms and all your rushes and all your siphons. Maybe you can survive against some decks. Decks that are weak to sand trap. Would maybe extra replace help? Yeah, Aether Master might help indeed. But there's not really room for it in a deck. I think these other cards here are better. This is true. If you penalty 9 mana on 7, don't you fail the next turn because you only have 8. Oh, true. I guess it didn't matter because of the mana forges, but you're right. Maybe that's why I failed previously. Common Mimic, I would really like to play my Vision spell and check against this. Meme against meme. Yeah, I guess if I don't have Siphon for your Spelljammer, then every Maelstrom only draws 1 card, which is very sad. Isn't Time Maelstrom a new turn if you are thinking about it? So you never get it to OTK here. Well, yeah, it depends on your perspective on what 1 turn is, right? You do take a new turn, so I get your point. Hi, Harpool. So yeah, let's stop theory crafting and actually play something. Nine minions. Okay, Staff of Ykir can also help control the board, actually, Crazed. I just realized, but there's no healing, so you'll just die if you control the board with this thing. But yeah, the nice thing is, this thing goes back to your deck after it's destroyed, so you'll still be able to do tiers stuff. Because even if you have only 1 staff after triple Maelstrom, this is still 2 damage for free, you know? With the Mana Forger that you played, you need only 1 staff for this to be 2 free damage for no mana. It's a pity that this deck can never work. I think it's a really cool concept. It would be pretty hard to play if it was playable as well. Not even talking about just surviving, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of optimizations you can do to create the right hand for your 9 mana turn. Like, not only do you need the 1 mana Forger, but you also need a 2 mana Forger or a second 1 mana Forger, which is possible. And you need to find your Maelstroms and your second wishes, it seems. And some shit to empty your hand with for free. Like the 0 mana Bone Swarms and stuff. And 0 mana Cosmic Flash. So yeah, I am pretty sure that Third Wish doesn't fit in this deck. It's just 1 mana too expensive. And this does almost as much damage, because this allows you to hit twice with your 1/1 Forger, because it will be a 2/4. Of course, artifacts exist, but we do have 0 mana Rasha's Curse, so... And you don't have to hit twice immediately. If you get all Time Maelstroms, then it's fine to not do it after the first Maelstrom. Because yeah, without Cosmic Flash or double Second Wish, you can't attack with the 1 mana Forger until you played all Maelstroms and all Second Wishes and the other 3 spells. Then it can be like the last 1 damage that you need. What are we going to play though, among playable decks? This deck was so stupid that I will play 1 game with it, I guess. Okay, I was. Hey, Ferocca. Jay loves Ferocca. Jay. It, um, I will read the chat next. Oh, looks. No, I have to find mine still, right? I'll just keep the hand anyway. Yeah, I think you just arrived a little bit too late, Jay. I just showed chat a new kind of OTK deck that I theory crafted. You will never ever be able to pull it off in a real game, but it is a cool concept. It's Keeper Mana Forger in triple Time Maelstrom, triple Science, second wish vet. He just chose Macro of his own accord, was Ferocca experiencing true fun with Mindsteel. I don't want to admit it, Harpool, but yes. He's addicted to winning. Well, then I would play the Walls deck, I think. Oh, that's an OP opener as well. I'll just net select. Like, we had such a good hand, but against this opening, nothing is a good hand, right? And this deck, Jay, we built this yesterday. A viewer asked for Mindsteel aggro. So I built a jank list that went on a big win streak, and then suddenly lost 3 games in a row. Then was like, fuck this list. But it's yeah, it's pretty silly. We had some really weird games with it. We have to fight Mind Steals and Vindicators. Yeah, Mind Steal, we never got to play it against Songhai, right? I would really like to play Songhai in Magmar. Like give my task bore rush with Vindicator, that kind of shit. You like Walls more than Mag for winning? I guess. Yesterday I went like 16-1 with Walls or something. I know I lost only one time. I just don't remember how many games I played. I had a 14 game win streak with it. Don't remember how many games I played after. Because after the 14 game win streak with Walls, I went to this aggro Mindsteel shit. Go 14-0, then go 0-5. Yeah, that is the Ferocca special. Losing games to Crazed. Yeah, I lost twice to you yesterday, Crazed. You have another one of these fuckers? Okay. We dealt with everything decently well and we're still almost dead here. Hmm. It's just the Scimitar will be in a bad spot. I guess we'll put the Blood here in a bad spot instead. I don't care about buffing the Blood here. I'm manning up. I don't care about this game anyway. with this deck you just don't care. Especially if you don't draw Mind Steal. Yeah, I didn't care about buffing this thing. It's irrelevant for the rest of the game. And if I put it here, then this thing is also irrelevant for the rest of the game because the game is pretty much over already. They can just Phoenix Fire in my face twice this turn and hit me, and then there is no racing unless they get super unlucky. That's something I said You know, that's why we had such a good streak with this deck yesterday, right? Because 10 games in a row, we had Mind Steal in our first few turns. This deck actually is good if you have Mind Steal in your first few turns, but otherwise, you just don't really have much to do. Yeah, there we go. If we had Twin Fangs in this list, then we could race him, maybe. Also, thank you for making the Blood irrelevant. I guess it was to play around Cantor. I mean, we're dead, of course. These things are clogging up. So we'll do it like this. This was a rather boring game. I'm already done with Mind Steal. Because, yeah, if you don't draw Mind Steal, this deck is no fun. That's the fun card, the rest is just Magmar. Spell High is fun though. But we'll play some walls. No, first I will show Jay the thing I theory crafted. I will not explain it in detail again because it will be boring for the rest of the chat. I took like half an hour explaining this idea. So yeah, you have Mana Forger Keeper. You do that somewhere during the game. Then you have a 1 mana Forger, which means at 9 mana you play Forger Maelstrom out of hand, and then you can OTK them. You need to get rid of some of your cycle during the game, like replace some Dream Gazers, cast a Second Wish, cast a Sun Trap here and there, and then you also have to try to play as many keepers during the game as possible, because this is the biggest cock block to your OTK. And you might be able to keeper a Forger twice, so that you have 2 1 mana Forgers. That's the best setup. Then you need to find, for your 9 mana turn, Second Wishes and Maelstroms. And a 2 mana Forger also helps a lot. Or a second 1 mana Forger if you can pull it off. And yeah, you play some of the cycle. Then at 9 mana you play the Forger with Maelstrom. Maybe with some free First Wishes. If you need to empty your hand to draw 2 cards, you can play a Siphon or Wasted Tears, that's fine. You might already set up some extra damage by replacing Dream Gazer in the same turn with the 1 mana Forger Maelstrom, that's 2 extra damage. And then the turn after, you can, because of the 1 mana Forger, you can play Second Wish and Maelstrom in the same turn. So you're really likely to chain stuff. And your First Wishes are still free. Then maybe you Maelstrom again. And then maybe you find a 2 mana Forger. Then you can play the Forger and the 7 Maelstrom out of hand again. Your Second Wishes become free. You get a free cycle with Sandtrap. Free damage with Rushas. Free damage with Cosmic Flash. Free damage with Aurora's Tears. If you, like at the end, after you play all Maelstroms, you get free Tears. Or even if you get only 1 Staff of Ykir in hand after the triple Maelstrom, there's still 2 damage for free. And you also have free damage with Bone Swarms, of course. This is also a good card to play during the game because it doesn't do damage. And otherwise, you can use it to make room in your hand during Maelstrom turns, Maelstrom and Second Wish turns. And then you can do 25 damage on 9 mana with no board. So, but yeah, it will never work out in practice, of course. You will always die with this deck anyway. There's no stall besides Sandtrap, so. Let's play a deck that's actually good. So yesterday we basically got lucky 10 games in a row with Mind Steal aggro. That's what I think. Because after we stopped drawing Mind Steal in the first 2 turns, we only lost with the deck after the win streak. Let's read chat a bit. Man plays face. So it's good if you don't have to play your own cards. Yeah, actually, because Vindicator is already broken in Magmar, but it's even more broken with Arctic Displacer. I did that yesterday, Simons. I mind stole an Arctic Displacer. Then I flashed out Arctic Displacer with a Vindicator for lethal. How does this OTK the more than normal time Maelstrom? It's just mimier because you have 0 board. And you don't really play minions. That's also something that's cool about it. Do we have any minion besides Keeper and Forger? Yeah, Dreamgazer. So we have only 9 minions. We don't have any board. We don't have any artifacts equipped. You basically only play spells. It's like a wizard deck, right? Unfortunately, his hand was not quadruple Chakri. Is Helinar anywhere near the top meta? Yeah, I think it's a big difference, Helinar or Fatigue Liner, because Fatigue Liner is very good. Helinar, I mean, it's a nice ladder deck probably, because there's a lot of aggro. Maybe I should hard replace for Fenrir. That's what Blatham would do, right? This thing is bad if you go second anyway. Do I get punished? Yes, I get punished. We do still have a replace, but we need to keep this for Flash Arcan. Maybe I should stop listening to Blatham. Nope, never stop listening to Blatham. Let's try to keep up. Because your second wish to look for more damage. Yes, and more Maelstroms. Because every second wish probably draws 4 damage for free, or a Maelstrom, which is even more. Because many things in the deck do 2 damage for free per card. You can play a little archetype damage fatigue Lyo. Yeah, it's very obnoxious. Top 3 deck, yeah, it's very good. Yeah, games do take a lot longer. Helinar is actually faster than Fatigue Liner. I see, that's cool. I'd want to see Albis in this to have an alt win con. No, but that fucks the combo, Jay. It will brick your combo very consistently. We already have Keeper to do that. This deck just sucks. You don't play an alt win con. It's just a philosophy. It's a philosophical thing, and it never happens. I think I'll just play out the Gravity Well with Cryo to kill this thing, and then replace the Vesper unless it's what's his name? Elemental. It's just to get targets on the board, maybe bait a Flash Spirit Harvester. Make Infiltrate a little bit better. Okay, that's a useless thing. Well, not totally useless, but I would rather find Elemental and stuff. Oh, this is also not bad. Flash Mecanter. So I should go here, I guess, right? I just don't want it to hit my face. Hey, Elemental Bone Shield, nice. So then we can probably keep the Razorback. Well, they do have Harvester next turn already, which sucks, but... we'll probably just replace the Chaser. If you egg one with that, you can't hit the egg. Huh? You mind stole already? I wasn't paying attention. When did he do that? It was Young Senator mind stole. What did you have in our hand? I was reading chat. I think this they didn't have yet, right? No, they do have Bone Shield Barrier. Okay. The fact that they have Razorback is scary, but... This is not good yet, because it doesn't actually kill the egg. This thing just takes 6 hits, then turns into an egg, which sucks. So I think I'll actually keep the chaser for the next turn combo, and maybe just go face this turn. It would be nicer if I just played like a Fenrir, but they have a bunch of useless cards now, except Razorback. They already played these 2 good cards. Yes, hello. They didn't even draw a card of this, I think. Doesn't matter, 6 cards. Yeah, I think we just go face. Still good Spirit Harvester, but they're very unlikely to have it now. Because they mostly have Vener cards now, right? And they're playing a Mindsteel deck. Maybe you just don't play a Spirit Harvester in that. I don't. Flash bullshit. You play a 1 hour game and your opponent dies to fatigue, yeah. If you run 3 Alcuin to copy your martyrdoms and useful spells. Yeah, we had a very fun fatigue line our deck, right, Harpu? I want to climb, not solidify my gaming chair. Yeah, then don't play Fatigue Lion Bella. Don't. It's also a very philosophical deck, but yeah, it does glue you to the gamer chair. The second person to get to S plays Fatigue, so it's possible to do it in one name and win with it every game. Yeah, the win rate is just very high. Oh, we have a perfect... what the fuck did they do? Greater Fort, okay. I think they still have a Razorback. We'll just keep the whole hand, because we have a lot of Vespers for Drogo Lord. I guess I will put this thing here, because then he'll be more likely to get into Infiltrate. I will play it out. I have this thing, so we just need to play around Macantor somehow. I guess this is good enough. I know this Macantor still sucks, but at least it will take 2 damage because this thing has Provoke. So. Oh, you're a real asshole to play that in Mindsteel. Who the fuck plays that in Mindsteel? Are we just gonna do it again and lose the Spirit Harvester? Or another Plasma? Let's man up and replace the removal. I just can't really be bothered against Mindsteel, or if I play it, it's just pure silliness. Silliness, yeah. I guess this is okay. Maybe I should have put the walls like out of reach of him so that he can't hit a wall Plasma Storm to kill the bear, but I don't care. A waste of a Bone Chill, but... What? Really? Not a bear? with the chaser. I will just keep the hand. I can do some face with this later. We're gonna get Plasma Stormed, right? Well, what are you gonna do about it? Plasma Storm just counters this shit. We lost only once with this deck, but how are we supposed to deal with counter decks, right? Actually, I can not lock him in. I guess we just have to play into Macantor more. Just protect this thing against Egg-Morph and stuff. I have Hard Sister, so... I wish I could have locked him in, but... I know I could have put it like this. Maybe that would have been better, but... It seemed a bit risky against some kind of Macantor double forts bullshit. It's still a nice Macantor, but... No, I don't play Plasma Storm. Okay, nice that he stole the shit that doesn't help him. If you replace into Plasma Storm now, I will concede. It's not even necessary, but... Just out of principle, right? Okay, Drogalord OP apparently. Against Plasma Storm deck. Let's rechat. I'm probably very far behind. It's hard to keep up when I'm being salty on the ladder. It depends if you want her. I've been confused about a small detail for a while now. Maybe someone can help me out. Mindsteel does not get rid of your cards, but treats it as a replacement to your deck, right? I'm actually not sure. I thought, because of things Bladum said, that it kind of kills your cards. It like gets copy pasted on top of it. It gets rid of it. But I'm not totally sure. Then you copy the enemy's hand. But why is it that your deck size doesn't increase since you return the card? Yeah, that's why I think the cards get destroyed, Harpool, because your deck size doesn't increase. That's why I was saying yesterday, like, oh, I should replace this Macantor before Mind Stealing, otherwise I can't draw this Macantor later. Yeah, I also think you lose your cards in your hand. They'll go back in the deck. You can Snow Chaser first to put Cloaker further. Also hi, but bye. If you're still here, hi and bye, Poncho. You can Snow Chaser first. I'm not sure what you mean. I didn't have a Snow Chaser in my hand, right? And I didn't. If I did, I had 8 mana, so I could only play Bear and Drogalord. Correct, your old hand is gone forever. 5 ever. When on my chat, people told me that it just gets replaced back into the deck. Well, apparently my chat knows more about the game, Harpool. What does that mean? What does that mean? Just poking a bit. It's a pity Jay is already gone, because then I could tell him something about Zir that we discovered yesterday. Did you know this, Saiban? That if you Lionheart Blessing Zir and you become that Zir, then your general draws a card every turn. Zeal is also your own general. Oh, that's a bug? Really? So it's the same like the Vindicator bug, that it also gives rush to its own square. It's a pity that it's a bug, actually. I think it would be cool synergy, but it makes sense that it's a bug. Coded as 3x3, yeah. So this is very annoying, but Fenrir is just better, right? And then I don't blow this. Maybe only replace the Chaser. This is a super good card in his deck because we have Androgalord and Elemental. But this is kind of useless without Elemental. So I should either replace both of these or only Chaser. I guess I'll replace both. The chance to get Elemental from this is very small. Gravity Well. Now I want Chaser back, I guess. It does always play into Grasp, so maybe it's fine. I guess that's better. I think I have to put it here for Grasp now. Am I really going to put it out of Infiltrate because of Grasp? Then I should put it all the way here. But in order to do this play, you have to do it like this. And then, yeah, there's really no way to play this around Grasp. Unless there was a way to say this wall no longer has Provoke. Then I could just put it here. But that's not a thing. I think it's too risky, right? It's such a blowout. Yeah. It's nice to have a Windblade Adept. This is also still a great Grasp here. I think I really have to put it here or here. So I put it here for the mana tile. I would really like to put it here so that I can hit with both the Cloaker and my General, whatever he plays here. But again, Grasp is too big of a deal. Feels bad, man. Okay, this could be good. Then I have a Windblade Cloaker anyway. Also I have this to infiltrate. Maybe they will allow me to Fenrir, swap, kill. That's probably better than Razorback. Razorback is still pretty cool, it kills this. Oh. I guess Razorback really is better now. Because in order to do Fenrir swap, now okay, it's actually still totally possible. I think it's still a little bit better then. Or do we really play into Grasp if we do Fenrir swap? A little bit. But at least he needs a ping, right? On the... Tough. Tough turn. I guess this develops more, because this kills our walls if we do it. This will be pinged by the creep, but I guess it's fine. It's a 2 health minion, not a 3 health. I will keep this, we have a big board. Cryo is nice because hand size is low. And just good removal. Wait, what? Draggle? Do you think it's really Draggle? Why did it take so long for me to see this? So how are you guys feeling getting close to release? Excited? The game seems to be running fairly alright. I've experienced a few hiccups here and there. I've only had like 2 snags and I play a lot, so I can't wait to build up my collection again. I love collecting. Yeah, that is really fun, especially if Gauntlet is there. Simons, do you know if this is the real Draggle? You're both Magmar people, so you probably are communicating through lizard click sounds. While I'm not hearing anything. Okay, this is a nice trade. Guess we don't really need this until Rev, and this is better for Rev anyway. Yeah, Razorback would be really good if we could go face with everything, but we already have good trades and we can't really go face well here either. So I think I'll just cryo, also for hand size. I will still play a 2-drop if I get it. Oh, we get that thing. Then I'm not gonna kill this off. Kind of want to keep the whole board because of Razorback. Very passive turn, unfortunately. Right. Is it fast cast? It might really be Draggle. He did like cast. Maybe Cryo Fenrir will be good. I guess I'll replace the bear then, right? Spectral Blade really sucks. Yeah. I have to play this route Night Sorrow, so I guess I'm fine keeping this far away. Cryo first, I guess, before committing. Rev will be hard to deal with after playing 2 cryos already. We need to find Fox or the last cryo. Or Elemental can also kill it. Play around Dancing Blades and Grasp. Unfortunately, they get blade value. Mountains can kill what's his name? Rev. Because we are going second, so we don't even need Chaser for that. We need to keep one of the 2 drops for the mountain play. It would be nice if we get Chaser next turn actually, because our hand is getting full and Drogalord might be nice. Maybe just mountains already? Oh, we also got the last cryo, so we can play this if it's good. Lure, Def. So mountains is no longer good unless top deck Chaser. Guess replace this guy. So we don't have a good play. Imagine having such passive turns and refilling your whole hand and having no 7 mana play. No good one anyway. Well, I guess double bear cryo is okay because we used it. We do need a 2-drop to answer Rev with mountains, but okay, Chaser. That also works for the mountains play. So we should play around Nova. I guess I play both bears into Nova. Should have probably put this here actually. Then it can hit anything near my general. Yeah, that's a misplay. You just put it here. If we double Night Sorrows, then This might be safer at some point. I don't see a good double razorback coming, but maybe I should keep it because you need to raise Nova. Rev. Wow, if we just had walls in our hand, then we could just kill him now. Oh wait, he killed one boar, of course. Never mind. Anyway, we'll just die to Rev Void Balls, probably. Yeah, we do need to race him, but maybe this is the replace then. That's nice, actually. Can play that here. I don't want to play into Nova Grasp, because that's lethal, right? 6, yeah, that's lethal, Nova Grasp. So we put this here. Yeah, if we get Hard Sister, we can just walk it back into Infiltrate anyway. I said end turn. So it's a Rite of the Honorable deck with Revs. That's weird. It might be really Draggle, because he's drawing all Revs and Void Pulses. Maybe I should add them and ask, but you know, if they say, yeah, I'm really Draggle, doesn't really mean anything, right? Mountains works again. Then spam walls and chaser to set up lethal with double razorback Fox. I think that's my best bet. We're just gonna die to Nova or Rev, of course, but we're gonna try, right? Problem is Grasp. Like, if he doesn't have lethal, then he could still grasp a Bone Chill Barrier to clear everything. So we should play it a little bit different. We will pre-Fox is the thing, I think. Then it's hard to grasp play. Oh, I didn't walk out of range of 2-drop Rev. That's stupid. Or 1-drop Rev for that matter. No, actually Rev is just F. It does 4 damage. Nova, very skilled. It must be Draggle. If the response is the real Draggle, I don't think Draggle emoted at all. I didn't see it. I always thought of Draggle as a Songhai person. Really? He played way more Magmar. Maybe not way more. I know he loved his Draggle high, but you know, he played and Starhorn and Vav, so. For example, in the World Championship, he brought 2 Magmar decks. You were only allowed to have 1 faction twice, and he chose Magmar. Which class do you identify most with? Doesn't have to be a class you play often. Like, it corresponds to who I am. Actually, also, it must be really Draggle, because this is only the 2nd time we lose with this deck, and Draggle is very good. More than very good. He's one of the best players we had. Probably the best in 1 draw. Could still be Solofit, but I would still vote Solofit actually for 1 draw, because yeah, Draggle played Magmar. That's cheating. So yeah, which class do I identify with most? You know, I don't really identify with going face. I don't think I'm an aggressive person, but the fake Asian stuff is kind of me, right? So then I would have to choose Songhai. But if we were otherwise, I would say Vanar. I'm not exactly an Egyptian space robot, so then I would say Vanar. To Magmar have a hive mind in the lore. They were some kind of hive, right? I don't know. There was like one woman and the woman died and now they're all male, or it was the other way around or something. It was something weird. Something Magmarian. There were 13 guys who all meditated for thousands of years. Oh yeah, that's right. Like Starhorn the Seeger was also some meditation guy, right? They share the same Wi-Fi. But they were chilling in a circle thing, yeah. Phantom Mask if he's the real one. I could. I mean, why not? Oh, he's gone. Well, it was just a real name. This doesn't look like a great hand. Like, what does Gravity Well really do against them? Still not great. That might just waste a Bone Chill with a Chaser. It does deny the mana. This is nice for one of the walls, but I really want to find something actually good like Cryo or Fenrir. Oh. Yeah, that's actually good. But I really can't tempo that thing out. And I can't Snow Chaser opener like this because it can walk twice. Which means I also can't play around Tiger with this thing. Should I just pass? It will be very unlikely that I can do this though, because of Provoke. Or just taking all the tiles. I think in order to have a chance this game, we just have to tempo this thing out. And hope there's no Tiger or Martyr. Or Sunbloom, I guess. Lightbender can't reach. So there are not that many answers. And then we can... You really shouldn't tempo it out against factions with pretty easy answers. Yep. So I think what Jay said earlier, it's the Ferocca special to have like a 15-game win streak and then just only lose for a while. Pretty sure that's gonna happen now. Because you see, this is an Archon next turn. This is a comeback card, which I really need. Same with this. I could just skillfully replace into the next elemental, then I can clear board and protect the elemental and deny this mana, or at least the 5-drop. So, and otherwise, this is my only play, right? So I will replace into elemental. Nope. We're just gonna get fucked by Holy Emo. We're gonna get fucked by everything. They need nothing. Kind of silly how important Fenrir is. Okay, we do have the Bone Chill combo now. One turn too late. And if they do make the Emo play, yes, we're dead. But at least they don't develop more. And then maybe we can come back with the Glacial Elemental combo. I'm still behind on chat, so I'll go back. Which faction do you think is the best in using Mag? Yeah, Magmar, Vanar, or Vitruvian. One of those. Oh, hi Mazer. I just played against Dragol. It was only my second loss with this deck, so it must be really Dragol. Also, he was playing... This Mazer, I'm sure you'll be disgusted. Dragol, if it was the real one, was playing Rite of the Underworld Cassiva with Revenants. Fast Cass with Revenants. 3 out of hand damage with 6 cards in hand. No way. If you want to immediately rush it out and do 8 damage. The synergies they have in Abyss, if you care about rushing Mag out, makes them viable as well. Yeah, true. Plasma Stormy, oh max, easy peasy. Yeah, and Spirit Harvester, your cannon. It can't be real Draggle if you lose to him. Nice one, Mazer. Pretty sure Drago played Abyss Magmar more than Songhai. Yeah, I thought so too. Especially Magmar. He loved the lizards. They, it's Culture Day today, you say. They played Revenant, Void Pulse, Shadow Nova. I do wish I could roll like that. High Fate. We have the right emote. Whoa, I'm really far behind on chat, but I have to make a turn. Yeah, we're basically dead, but we do have the combo. We can actually protect that thing better. Like, we can protect it against Tempest, so we will do just that and set up a nice Drogalord, except it will never happen because of Tempest. Replace last, because I'm gonna replace a Chaser. I'll just pretend I replaced it into a Chaser, right? I mean, these things could be very nice to chain, but the problem is Tempest. At least I get the Chaser back if they Tempest. They might also just not have it, and then maybe we win anyway. Okay, let's get back to chat. I'm very far behind. Just corner the elemental, YOLO. Yeah, that's what I did. Actually agreeing, Pog. Okay, GG. I thought so too after I saw the 2 lions and no elemental. Cornering elemental never works. Yeah, you never get rewarded for playing around Tiger. Was it the 8 on another Magmar stream in Ferocca? We never did a Magmar stream, we just did a stream. Yeah, the hell is a Magmar stream, great? We don't do such lizard shit. Magmar stream was yesterday, true. I played Mind Steel Aggro Mazer, and it was very, you know, forehead. They meet up at IRL. I could go to Tokyo when I have a job again, because now it's a bit too expensive for me to go to Tokyo. Hey mate, would you recommend an artifact or summon deck for Vitruvian? We will look at that after this game. Yeah, I know you're not going to Kyoto. I was saying I am going to Tokyo. Well, actually, I'm responding to something that you already wrote. What the fuck is this shit? Who the fuck plays that in Arjun? So to be RNG, which thing this hits, but doesn't really matter, right? Yeah. I have to play it here, otherwise things will clog up. I should probably replace the Cloaker. Nah, it's nice to have a... Nah, I should find Bone Chill Barriers, right? I don't fucking know, man. Let's just forehead it and not replace. Wait, what? Oh yeah, this thing is not a Vesper anymore. Holy shit. Well, at least this thing doesn't die to Tiger. I guess I will deny the infiltrate on this. We're gonna get fucked by Immo. Or Drogalord will die, but it will not hit face, so who cares. Not sure about this positioning either. I thought I would get a proc from Drogalord because it used to be... No, it is still a Vesper. What? Why didn't it proc? Because the transformation happens first? Is this a bug? Cybans, is this intended? It is still a Vesper. Is it because it turns into the Drake too fast for the Elemental to notice? Is Elemental, you know, slow of mind? Or is Drogalord just that fast? Matter of perspective. Drago do like Cassie, yeah. I think you win this one. It looks like it. I played against Drago playing that. He's right though. Abyss is not. I don't think Abyss is that great because it just loses to Arkan and Jax. You can tech for them, but then you have to play bad cards. I meant it before Duelyst shut down. I can't leave them. We'll try to help your Vitruvian addiction. Vitruvian is fine. Everyone is just bad. Trust me. Well, then you should build a deck with me right now, Mazer, after this game. I'm still very far behind on chat. Um. Oh wow, they martyred my elemental, but I have my last one. I will keep it though. Oh, I also because of the 7 health, I am back to full. We can just no. I want to play around Circle of Life with this thing, right? Yeah. I will hit because of Last Martyrdom, and we're quite ahead. I know I could replace for something, but I'm too far behind on chat to be a real gamer. Every time I've seen Mason play Vet is with Flamebolt Warlocks. He also played Sabotage though. Get out, you don't know me. I feel like Vet is fine as well. Maybe devs can give us insider info on each faction win rate percentages. Yeah, that would be interesting. Mazer's face? Only sometimes. You know, Mazer also built the only real control deck that we've had. Like no 2-drop outside of Circulus, Vanar control stuff. Oh, Arclight Regalia is ass for me. You know what's also ass? Aspect of the Mountains. I guess I'll replace one. That didn't make any sense what I just said, but Arclight Regalia is a problem. So are we gonna hit him so that we get rid of a charge? No, we will drop to 11, that's too low. I regret hitting his face last turn, but I wanted to get full Martyr value. Like this, he can make an immo play, but it doesn't actually clear this, because he has to walk like this, so... Then I can walk away from his Arclight Regalia. Maybe not if it's a Silverguard, but Silverguard dies to this, so... Okay, let's go back to chat, and hopefully still win this game. Most Savage games played out of all plays, by the way, yeah, and most fatigue games too. Well, Solovit is racing you nowadays. You just saw him play Zembrui, and you dare to place it next to him. Good point, Harpu. Good point. I was playing about Circle of Life, but not the card I already saw. I don't even remember what Sabotage was. Okay. Crazed. Damn. Ice Drake is not a Vesper. I know, but Drogalord is. Opening cap is happy for 4 summons in original Duelyst engine. Okay, that's why. What the fuck is this, Clear? What the fuck is this bullshit? Actually molding. We don't even have enough triggers. 3, 5, 6, 9. I can count. So I guess we take 4 damage. Feels bad, man. And we have to play into Emo, I think. Well, not with all the high value stuff. We're definitely gonna lose to Tempest. Nice Lightbender, which is my fault. I was in my opponent's turn, that's how hard I was roping. Ah, fuck you! With a Tiger. Who the fuck draws all Martyrdoms and all Tempests? You know, Macer, every time you enter chat, I just start losing. I had lost only 2 games with this deck in a lot of games. Dragol comes back to Duelyst, I lose my second game with this deck. I don't know, man. Oh, this interaction is weird because Vindicator doesn't give to Mirage. Doesn't give Rush to Mirage. Yeah, apparently Vindicator doesn't give Rush to Mirage because the square that Vindicator is itself also is given Rush. It's coded as a 3x3 area. So that's why it gives Rush to the 1/1 Mirage. But oh, you mean like, yeah, you're right. Why? Because that's also an opening gambit. So that order doesn't make sense. It sounds like spaghetti code. I know what you mean now. You might be being confused because it was a different, version. People unironically wear masks all the time at the gym I go to. But that's required still, right? You're still required to wear a mask inside, no? It's not required anymore to do it inside. I know it's not required outside, but I thought it was still required inside because I literally see nobody not wear a mask inside. Absolutely nobody, including tourists. I do the same thing, Mazer. You mean you wear a mask in the gym, crazed? Like, how can you exercise with a mask? That's crazy. I wear a mask still since I have severe health issues. You mean if you get corona, you get really fucked? Wait, someone remind me what it is? Shouldn't Vindicator give Rush to the Transform Mirage Master then? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, so it gives Rush to the Vindicator? I don't know, man. Pretty sure Kaio Fenrir was the play. Instant punish. Yeah, but he just played a Tempest Mazer. But yeah, I always get punished when you call out the right play. Want to play my deck? What deck do you have? Yeah, can't risk COVID. You were never required to enchant to wear a mask. People just do it. Oh, just like Korea. Well, in Korea it was required inside for a decent while. But it was never required outside and people still wore it. Well, that's good to know because that means I can just pretend I'm an American and just don't wear masks anywhere, right? No, I will still wear a mask inside just to try to fit in a little bit. But I already stopped doing it outside unless I'm on a date. The mask doesn't bother me unless I'm running. Really? How the fuck can you breathe, crazed? I will look at your deck, but I will probably not play it because Lionar is super boring. These are the only fun Lionar cards, so you did a good job making the deck more fun. Elix and Seer. In the first test I also played some Aura Nexus combo deck. Of course it's ass, but I did cheese some people. Like on 7 mana I raised the Songhai with a 1/4 Azure Horn Shaman, Aura Nexus double Divine Bond. Which was pretty funny, I guess. But mate, you should put in Tempest instead of Decimate. And Primus Shield Master is not a good card. And maybe you should run Magnetize instead of Repulsor Beast because you're doing Divine Bond cheese, right? Yeah. Repulsor Beast doesn't bring your minions back. I think you should run Magnetize instead of Repulsor Beast. Because if they Repulsor Beast your thing, I know it's a nice meme with Decimate, but yeah, I'm not gonna play Lionar, I'm sorry. Can't we build a vet deck that's actually good, Mazer? You can always hang out in America. You get about 50-50 on Masquerades and those that do not. Sounds like the society is split up in 2 camps in general, right? Isn't that the situation in general? It's not trash except maybe against Magmar, but then all decks are, true. The worst part about masks is not breathing, it's sweating. Well, I'm just a sweaty fuck anyway, regardless of masks. The deck has synergy, man. I mean, I do see the synergy. Like, Azure Horn Shaman with Divine Bond is actually crazy. And yeah, you have Repulse, Beat, Decimate, and so on. And or a Nexus Divine Bond. But you should play Magnetize. That's some real synergy right there. I'm serious. Try it. No, like Simon for his garbage. He plays like shit Zoo Dervish with Mirage. Yeah, he did tell me he went like 25-1 or something by playing two separate decks. One of them was Obelisks and one of them is Sabotage. But if you see his Sabotage list, maybe you'll have a different opinion. I don't know. I didn't see Simon's list actually. Okay, I'm somehow back on chat. By the way, I don't mind if you guys talk a lot. I like it actually. Before you misinterpret. Yeah, I want to find family, right? I'm not sure if I can replace this card in this deck if I already have a 2-drop. It's so good with Elemental and this thing later. But it's fucking Songhai, so I need to find removal and Fenrir's, I guess, right? Elemental gets answered easy. Okay, that's the hand. Do we play around Tasbor? That's the question. I never know if it's worth doing that. Also, we should fucking message Draggle. Where are you? Okay, it was really Draggle because he's already offline. He just sniped me, right? Oh, okay, he played a bit, but he's offline. It does look like, well, yeah, buying coaches is good at least. So let's see if it's. I think it's actually Draggle. Look at these wins. Yeah, it might actually really be Draggle. Seems a bit too good for a gold player, right? Yeah, do we play around Tasbor? Let's check if somebody already replied in chat. Nobody's telling me what to do, baby rage. I have a Fenrir, so let's play around Tasbor. What? 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 OP. I wish I didn't play around Boar. I can't clear shit. And I can't infiltrate. I guess this is the last time we play around Boar, right? Do we just play the Fenrir in the middle? This thing dies on board if I go here. Play the Fenrir here. I don't know, man. I'm just one big forehead nowadays. Maybe always. Words are hard, yeah, especially for me. Oh, I have a magnetized deck, but this deck was more concentrated around using Azure Horn as a threat. Yeah, it actually really worked for me too when I tested Azure Horn. Not just in Lionar, just in any deck. It's a pretty decent card. Then boosting my silver card makes it plus 4 HP, and then Prime and Shield with booster HP further. I mean, it's a nice meme. To sustain is unreal, at least in silver yesterday. Well, 9-10 games I played. Maybe on season reset I'll also play Divine Bond. I guess people don't really know how to play around Divine Bond decks. I mean, you just play removal, right? That's the only option you have. Colors the Draggle, Dragzak. This PogChamp is awful. Wait, that lizard is PogChamp? Fucking Magmar. So we have mana for Aspect of the Mountains, but we can't reach it. And I don't want to get MDS'd by that fucker. And I hate this thing too. Just double Fenrir, I guess. Replace this then, replace this. They do play some kind of minion shit. Now I might need to Fox that, so I might play Fenrir, Bear, Fox, so I guess no mountains. Cryo, fucking perfect. I'm pretty sure I shit my pants again. Because now I can't clear this with this if I want to if I want to Fenrir, but I really want to Fenrir, so fuck you. I think I'm not very good at reading chat and playing, or maybe I'm not good at either. No way, it's Draggle, Dracer. That sounds disgusting, Dracer. Doesn't ring that well. Yeah, Drager. Drager. Replace or GG. Which card? It's too late, I guess. Yeah, that's why the Azure Horn is useful, because people will use any removal on it and won't have it for Iron Cliff. But then if they don't, my Silver Quest Sunrise get plus 4 HP, which makes Divine Bond carry also. So either way I have units to Divine Bond. Yeah. Well, if you play against a real control deck, they will have no problem. Like, what's his name? Magmar. No Hard Sisters, feels bad, man. This plays this thing around Boar. But it will also be irrelevant, so... Imagine losing when you draw all Fenrirs. But we probably will, because we don't have healing in this deck. Yeah, I guess the win streak is really over. I don't know, Mason, what it is, but every time you come in, I get even worse at the game. Psychological pressure of the Macer present. Either playing Solfit list a bit as seeing others use it, I try to convince myself that the Heartseekers are just a distraction. Yeah, they are. He doesn't run Killing Edge. Well, Heartseekers are still good, but they are a distraction. It's like both. They're a threat and a distraction at the same time. So that's why you run 3 of them. They're too good. Yeah, they're efficient at drawing removal as well. You need some minions, and Seekers are cheap and useful. Yeah. Like turn 1 Touchboard Seeker, yeah, and sometimes turn 2 Seeker Heaven's Eclipse. That replace. Imagine losing to Carol. Which replace did I do? You mean the Aspect of the Fox? I mean, do we lose to him though? Because I don't think we lose to him, Macer. I think he dies to Razorback. So fuck you, Macer. Like, he just doesn't care about Razorback. What was wrong with replacing the Aspect of the Fox? I had 2 of them. Let me take him on Discord for this shit. Avalanche Wear? Yeah, I wish. In the collection. Razorback is pretty good, but you know, it's not that much better than Soul Shatter Pact, right? No, it is. What am I saying? So chat, I have a problem. I have a really cool day today. It's like a tea ceremony with a girl. She's like a tea ceremony master, and that would be our first date. But I kind of, I really want to go, but I also really don't, because I think I already like the other girl too much that I told about yesterday, that I've met a grand total of 3 times, that I am meeting again next week. And Macer, you probably don't know, but we kind of already told each other we like each other. I don't know why this shit is going so fast, but I don't mind. So I kind of, it already feels bad to go to a date, because yeah, okay, definitely. I guess this doesn't. Should I replace this? Definitely not replacing the double Fenrir. Hard Sisters would be nicer, I guess. They don't really play anything out of range that I care about if it's out of range, so yeah, I think I replace this. Aspect of the Fox is better because some Iron Cliffs and stuff. And again, Hard Sister is nicer. Then I just kill Windblade Adept more efficiently with the Fenrir. Almost feel like keeping that because it clears Silverguard with this. And I will just spam Fenrir, right? And they will stick because it's Lionar. They only don't stick against Chromecold faction. So should I keep this? Let's just keep it for 1 turn and replace next turn. If we don't have much of a board. Okay, nice. Elemental. So I will be replacing for Bone Chills. Windblade. Silverguard, yeah. So we can tempo out this thing, I guess. If we replace it to Bone Chill, we can't actually play it. We can also not tempo out this and just play another Fenrir. But then I can't block this thing. Would be nice if we could deny the mana somehow. If we don't replace this and get a 2-drop, we can deny the mana, but it doesn't seem great because of Immo. I think I'll replace this stupid bear. Well, we could also get Gravity Wall, but yeah, could get Gravity Wall, but fuck it. Okay. Go into the corner because of Arclight Regalia. Arclight Regalia clear, go face with this. I guess. It's not nice to be in the corner, but this is a pretty face opening. Just all the Windblades and Silverguard. This thing could be nice for clearing one of these fuckers. Immo pass? That wouldn't develop, I think. Oh, he did have Arclight, so I guess it's good that I went into the corner. This is a cheap trigger for these things. And I can just play it out this turn. But I really should replace for Bone Chills, I think. Or some kind of way to deal with stupid fucking Regalia. It's just that I can actually play this turn together with the Fenrir. I would be hopeless this game if I didn't have Fenrir opening, right? Just because Lionar minions are pretty good. I can also tempo this out, I guess, instead of the Chaser. Cryo. Nah, we can't really do that. I have to tempo this out. It can hit through Regalia. It can kill this. And, we're behind. We need some board. Bone chill, please. Get 2 bone chills. Okay. I missed a lot of chat again. I will click that Imjure, I guess. Probably get a Russian virus from Mr. Mazer. Just don't shard yourself. You mean shit yourself? Or is shard like farting and shitting at the same time? Why don't you ask the first girl if she also plans to see other people before committing? As they say in Japan, if you don't fuck, it's not cheating. Do they really say that? Or is the Kappa for a good reason? I'm new to game. Is there anywhere that I can go to find deck lists? I would recommend going to Fate's Discord server. There's a document there with all the tournament decks. So there are some good decks in there. Go for the tea and the sheer whimsy of doing something different. Yeah, that's why... Wait, what? We won? Why? Why did we win? Okay, easy. Hey, we're number 2 now. Why am I number 2 on the ladder? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, so that's why I would like to go Harpu, but it still feels like cheating to me. Like, yeah, we're not a couple, but I actually like her, so... dude, this is Japan. What does it mean, Mazer? Ask the first girl to marry you. She says no, then go and date with the other one. Actually, 5-head idea. Is dating in Japan any different than anywhere else? So far, I would say yes. I'm not an expert at all, but like with all the girls I went on a date with, the whole stereotype about them being fucking quiet was true. But this girl is not that quiet. She's not loud or anything either, but I can talk to her even though there's a huge language barrier, which is pretty cool. So that's a thing that's different, and I would just say I'm using a Japanese app that you can't even use when you're abroad, and no, a VPN doesn't work. You need a residence card or a passport from Japan. And it's very obvious that the culture is different when you use that app. Like the things people write in their profiles is so different from Korea and Netherlands. It's not comparable. But maybe it's not really because dating in Japan is that different. Maybe it's just Japan is different. I don't know. So how so? Yeah, the quiet thing is a thing. I feel like things go slower here in dating, even though it goes very fast with the current girl. But yeah, I would say it's also a lot more serious. Maybe that's because I actually wrote a serious profile. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they care more about your career than in the Netherlands. Like the girls, I mean. I'm just sure, because Dutch girls really don't care that much about what you do for a living. Which I think is pretty cool, actually. That's something I do like about Dutch girls, that they don't care that much about money. Maybe because they have a lot of money themselves, on average, anyway. Actually, dating around the world in general is different. Yeah, true. Like, I definitely, like in my relationships with Korean girlfriends I had in the past, I definitely made some, how do you say that, mistakes? I don't know if you can call it mistakes, but like Koreans are extremely affectionate. Dutch people, not so much. They don't express love that much. And I learned over time that actually my ex-girlfriends were suffering a bit from that. It took me quite a while to notice that I needed to hear "I love you" really a lot. Apparently in Japan they're much worse than Dutch people. they really don't say "I love you" at all. I don't know. Dude, the moon is beautiful, I guess. Macer, the girl actually told me that. Yeah, I'm very behind on chat, I know. That's why I'm not playing now. But that's what I mean with she actually told me she likes me, I think, and I think I said it back. So we were walking next to Kamo River, hand in hand as well. And then she told me about that the moon is beautiful story. And then I was like, oh, but then how do you know if you're actually complimenting the moon or saying you like me? And well, we had a bit of a conversation about that. But I thought she telling the story might also be an indirect way to actually say the indirect thing. So it's an indirect thing to say an indirect thing. Like, why else would she tell me that story, right? The moon was actually beautiful that day, though. That's the problem. It actually was a beautiful moon. Anyway, she told me that. And then I was like, how can I also tell her I like her in this autistic manner? So then I took a picture of the moon when I was walking home, when she was already going home herself in the train. And then I sent her the picture of the moon in line, and I wrote to her in Google Translate Japanese, the moon is beautiful. And then she said, it is chilly today. And I was like, oh fuck, she doesn't like me. So I was like, I will just pretend I don't understand. And so I wrote in English, I hope you'll be warm when you are home. And then she said, like, no, it has a different meaning. And apparently it is chilly today means I want to see you more often. Well, how the fuck does that work? It is chilly today. I want to see you more often. How? So yeah, crazed. Dating in Japan is different. Sorry. This reminds me of the Tourney versus Saibon skill. Yeah, Macer, you lost to Saibon doing that shit. Liner resident sleeper, true. No, there are legit many things in Japan which will be considered cheating other places, but not in Japan. Okay. Whoa, I'm really far behind the chat, yeah. Well, that's a bit concerning, Macer. Because I don't like cheating. And she, I'm pretty sure she's like Japanese. She never went abroad, so like not even on holiday, you know, not even to Korea or anything. She just never went abroad. And she likes anime, and she likes castles and temples, and you know, she likes Japanese shit. She likes Japanese rock as well. She doesn't listen to international music much. The line play wanted to hear the dating story. That's why they conceded. I get it. Yeah, easy, waggy. It's your chance to live your anime fantasies out where they both take interest in you for reasons. The problem is, Harpu, I'm not into anime. Like, I'm actually stealing someone's dream girl. Well, actually, she's my dream girl too, maybe. But I mean, you know, there's so many weeps that would love to have some anime girlfriend, right? Like she would actually watch anime with you. She wants me to watch it, but I don't want to watch it. We'll see how that works out. If you really like one of them, then maybe don't go on all the dates if you're not comfortable with it, or if it weighs on your mind. Yeah, that's why I don't want to go. But I also do want to go because tea ceremony, pretty cool. Never did that. I like tea. I really do. It is like Japan's version of WeChat. Yeah, Line is like WeChat or Kakao or WhatsApp. It's all the same app. Dude, you are using dating sites, of course. Almost every girl you meet will be an Inkia. Actually, not that many are on that site, Mazer, because there even is like a community that says like I am tolerant about otaku, and that community is not small, but it's not big. Besides, the fact that that community exists probably means there is a lot of social judgment, right? Otherwise, that group wouldn't exist. And yeah, it's not. It's like a decently sized community, but not the biggest. are you speaking to them in English or in Japanese? I don't really know any Japanese yet, so English. Her English is good enough, but there's definitely a huge language barrier. Like, I mean, it's good enough to date, but it could definitely pose problems if we get more serious, because we would not be able to talk about complicated things. That's also why I'm not sure how it's possible that I already like her, because I find it hard to fall in love with simple conversations. But maybe it's because she has a lot of hobbies, a lot of interests, including things that are not superficial. Like she actually teaches her dad Japanese history. This is real. Like she knows shit about that, and I really like that. And her English is good enough to tell a bit about it. Like we were walking on a bridge next to Kamo River, um, and then she pointed out like a dent in a metal thing on the bridge. Like there's some ornament, a metal ornament on the bridge. There was like a small dent, and then she was like, "Look, this dent is from a sword hitting in this year. There was like a fight between the whatever the name was, but like the police of that time, like Edo period police, and there was this famous fight between this guy and this guy, and this sword hit is still there. Like who the fuck knows that? There were no other people stopping there, you know. It was not like a famous thing. Maybe it's a little bit famous, but not famous enough for other Japanese people to stop there. So I can only use the phrases he has on his decks. I don't know what we're talking about now. Yeah, I have a lot of weird deck names, I know. Just tell her you're adult and need it spelled out for you. What is adult? Is that like, I don't know what dolt means. Is that a word for idiot? Just for your information, chat, she did not say that. But she said literally translated to "my skin is cold," so go figure. I don't know. What does it mean, Mazer? You tell me. You know more about Japan than me, especially the language. The stream is pretty chilly. She's cold and needs you to warm her up. No, but she said that when she was already gone, you know? I couldn't warm her up. She said that as a response to the moon is beautiful. And apparently a way to respond to the moon is beautiful is to say it is chilly. That is like the moon is beautiful is saying I like you, and then the positive response is I'm chilly. I don't know how it works too. I'm just saying what I've been told. I'm just parroting. Meaning she's cold that you aren't with her anymore. Well, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. She's feeling cold because your personal warmth is not there anymore. Okay, just show her Subahibi as a true test of character. She would probably like it, Mazer. Well, actually, you said that Subahibi is not Japanese style, right? It's even though it has very anime graphics, you said that like the story is more of a Western style. So not sure if she would like it then. I mean, I could subject her to that test, but I didn't even take the test myself. I'm not gonna subject her to some degenerate loli porn if it's secretly that. I know it's not that, but just in case, if I didn't try it myself. I should try it myself first. That's why you're saying this, right? So that I try it myself first. It's still your big scheme to make everyone try Super Hibi. I get it. The real question is sub or dub. Are we talking sex? I know what a sub is, but what's a dub in sex? Like, is that some kind of you fuck two women or something? I don't know, man. My experience with anyway, Crazed, I'm not interested in threesomes. Sorry. My experience with anime is like 5-10% of it are reasonably well done. The rest is just weep stuff. I haven't seen any anime yet that I like. Not that I tried many, so I should probably try some of the stuff she likes. That would be fair, I think. Because Mazer, I told this yesterday already, she wants to play shogi with me. That's fucking cool. A girl that wants to play shogi with you, that's someone you should marry, right? But she did say you do have to watch shogi anime with me. There is a shogi anime. Maybe you saw that, Mazer. I don't know. Tell me, I guess. Like the Gundam Wing animes are really high quality, for instance. Gundam, that sounds so Korean. Inkia is not about being otaku. It's about you saying everyone is quiet. Oh, okay. I met one other girl who was not quiet, but yes, most of the girls were very quiet. Yeah, it makes sense that they have to use a dating site, right? If they can't really speak. She has depth. Yeah, she has depth. And she's, to be honest, not maybe not a nice thing to say, but she's the first girl I met here that has depth. So she's a secret tour guide. I mean, it's not a tour guide if she's enjoying herself, right? Like she wants to visit these places. One of her biggest hobbies, she said, is visiting castles. She loves Japanese castles. So the next day we're going to Osaka Castle, which is one of the biggest castles in the country. By the way, today is my 7-year Duelyst anniversary. Feels birthday, man. Wait, why is it working? Oh, it's a global emote. Because I didn't remember enabling that one. Otherwise I would. It's a global one, yeah. Feels birthday, man. So, wait, Mazer, you actually remember the day you started playing Duelyst? It's the 3rd of November? I don't remember the day. Anyway, congratulations. How's the games going? I didn't play that many because I've just been talking. But yesterday they were going very well. GS Valhalla, very well. Today not so much so far. I was mostly losing. Mazer, you're finally 7. Mine is next month. You also remember the day, Simon? I mean, what could my skin skull possibly mean? It sounds negative to me. Maybe it's because I'm from the Netherlands. People always complain about everything, which I really don't like. But I have the trait as well, unfortunately. I know I complain a lot too. It's really a cultural thing. And it doesn't make any sense because there's not that much to complain about in the Netherlands. And still, I complain about the Netherlands all the time. So maybe I'm the uber Dutch person, so Dutch that I don't live in my own country. The moon is beautiful. It's some oblique show attraction in Japan or something. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, Subuhibi is like hero's journey on steroids with German philosophy and psychology. That doesn't sound like something she would like. Also, there's lolicon incest age scene. Yeah, I'm not gonna subject her to that. Fuck that. You're not really advertising it, Mazer. Well, actually, to certain people, you're really advertising it, but anime subtitles are voice dubbed. Oh, those kind of sub are dubbed. Huh? How did we get there? Because sub is a submissive person in sex crazed. I'm sure you know. Don't pretend to be innocent. So it's like, oh, dub, that's some kind of millennial new sex thing. Where instead of being submissive, you, I don't know, have 2 penises. That's the opposite of being submissive, right? Having 2 dicks. It means you only take dubs. That's what I'm trying to do in Duelyst, but it's not really working. He doesn't get those W's? No, I don't. I've seen the shogi anime, it was depressing. Really? How can it be depressing? There's nothing depressing about shogi. It's not a real war. It's just war on a board. But maybe it's something else. Yeah, maybe. Read faster. Oh, I can read fast, but I have so much to tell that I can't speak fast. Sangatsu no Lion, I guess. It's super high rated, but resident sleeper. I don't know. I guess I can ask her. There's more than one shogi. Well, actually, I can just Google it because I did see the picture. She showed me the picture of like that anime. Oh, I see the injure now, Mazer. I had it open but didn't see it yet. Yeah, I think that's the proper advice for Carol. Okay, images. No, this is not the shogi anime. Like there were actual shogi pieces on like the main picture. Like they were actually playing shogi, you know? I don't see any shogi in these Google images. Maybe Google is just retarded, I don't know. Oh, I accidentally opened something I don't want to open. Goodbye. It's not porn, it was a YouTube video. You guys would have heard something. There's more than one shogi anime. Wow. But there's only one chess series. How? There's probably more than just that girl. I forgot the name. Queen's Gambit. There's probably more than just that, but that's the only one I know. Well, actually, when I was a kid, there was a Dutch series about chess, but it was only for children. Long live the koningin, long live the queen. So that was really cool. It was a series for children to learn chess. I think maybe that's how I got into chess, even. Or maybe I was already into chess and then started watching it. I don't know. But like all the pieces were characters. So you had like 8 pawns and a white queen, a black queen, and so on. Every piece on the board was a character, was an actor. And through the story, they would teach you how to play. It was really smart, like well made series for children. There was one that was trending on Crunchyroll, so I'm assuming it would be that one. I don't know. Do Japanese people use Crunchyroll? Is that a Japanese site? I don't know. There are two, really. Sangatsu Lion and other super hardcore one. Well, then I hope it's the super hardcore one. Let's find out. She wants him to watch Ryono Oshigoto. No idea what it is. If you write fast enough, you will never play again. Yeah, true. If you don't like gameplay, just keep typing fast. Yeah, this is just a Ferocca talk show at this point. If we sleep, yeah, Weggy, it's like 12, right? 12 at night for you. I'm trying. I don't think you're trying, but I don't mind. You're very welcome here. If you write fast enough, you won't go to the tea ceremony, date, and cheat. I could actually forget to go on time if you guys keep me really distracted. So just don't mention the tea ceremony anymore if you want me to not cheat. I really don't know, man. It's because I didn't cancel the date yet, and it's in like, what, 2 hours? So it will be really a dick move to cancel. If I do that, then maybe I have to be one of those dickheads that just ghost because it's just too painful to cancel at this point. I never ghost, but I guess I finally understand why people ghost. This is a useful lesson. When people ghost you, it just means they've met someone they like more than you. Feels bad, man. That hits hard. Damn. Change title to kanji. Lol. Can I recognize anything? There are 2 fires in there. I can see that. Why are there 2 fires in your kanji, Mazer? And also the 3 stripes with a square underneath next to the fires. I think I've seen that in the word for speaking. Yeah, I've been studying a little bit with her, but obviously my Japanese is trash. I think it's crazed is right. I would contact the woman you like and see if she wants to be exclusive. It's just a little bit short notice because she's probably not gonna reply like in the next 2 hours, especially if it's such a serious question, right? Or unless she is really certain she likes me, then she doesn't need to think about it, I guess. There's at least 2 recent ones. Oh, shogi animes, okay. I would also attend today's day since it would likely be rude to cancel the day of the date if you planned it in advance. Yeah, it was planned in advance. Like 2 weeks beforehand. So before I met this girl. Then afterwards, if you and the girl you like become exclusive, you can let the tea ceremony woman know you aren't interested in a second date, but appreciate a wonderful outing. Why do some people just know what's right? I know that's right. And it wouldn't be horrible for myself to do either. I would see the tea ceremony, but I would also be kind of cheating, right? And I would also be wasting her time. It's a dilemma. 2 hours. Why is this upcoming this stream? Well, what else was I supposed to do in this morning when I'm unemployed? Look for a job? Don't think so. I'm in bed and waiting for the sleeping fairy or something. She'll come someday. Just pull out some crazed card and say you're chained to a heater or something. Did you say that, crazed? Did you do that? Is that real? Or is Mazer memeing you hard? She might become a friend. You might know someone she would be interested in dating. You could use it as a way to network. I don't have a network here, so that's also a good idea. Rigboat, why are you so sensible? I don't like sense, man. Then I can't listen to my heart anymore. Because in my heart, I want to ghost someone for the first time in my life. And be a total dickhead. Just, well, the weird thing is, if I'm a dickhead, then I'm also less of a dickhead, to the girl I like. We're not a couple, so I guess it's okay, but I don't know, man. There's something in me that doesn't like this idea to go. Like, we did already kind of say that we like each other, so yes, we're not a couple, but memeing. Bitch, stop lying. You told me a story of how one girlfriend changed you to a heater or something. Was changed to one, I don't know. Survival of Duely tourney winners. Yeah, but then I actually have to win tourneys. I'm really trash nowadays, even though I play a lot, so I'm not sure. Like, 2-draw actually takes some skill, that's the problem. 1-draw didn't. Like, you just saw it, right? Draggle beat me with Creep. Draggle didn't beat me before. So, I don't think I can win tourneys anymore, unfortunately. No, I got catfished and I was stuck in a girl's basement in Idaho. Wait, you got catfished? And what is this story? Crazed, I hope you didn't get... are you even allowed to say that word on Twitch? Probably not, but I hope that didn't happen to you. Like, I'm not joking, because it sounds like that could have happened. Because if you got catfished and locked into somebody's basement, then you're probably not a brown virgin anymore. I think I'm allowed to say that. And I would feel very bad for you. And I'm not memeing. I went to school to be a psychologist, but dropped out when my health issues got too bad. But psychologists are not necessarily sensible, right? They are... I mean, what even are psychologists? Good enough excuse for Ferocca? No, that's not a good excuse to be locked into some basement. Because then she'll be like, okay, when you free yourself from the basement, let's do it then. Then what? Feign that you're dead or something. Maybe I should really just message the Pokemon girl. That's how I'll call her. She really likes Pokemon, for people that don't know. I bought her two Magnemite earrings on the date. We went to a Pokemon Center Mixer. That was also part of the date. You don't know Japan culture well enough to know if it's rude to go on a date with someone else, and so in your Western mind it would be rude to cancel with this other woman. Anyone worth dating is going to understand that you went on the date to be respectful and that you are new to the culture. I mean, I'm sure she would think it's more respectful to not cancel now, regardless of culture. That didn't happen in that story, but it didn't happen in another. I don't know what you mean. Psychologists aren't robots to study human behavior and stuff. Not like they are illogical. I know they're not illogical, but they're not necessarily pro morality, right? Not necessarily. Because you might need to say immoral things to help someone, right? Like somebody who did something horrible that goes to a psychologist to get rid of their guilt. You're supposed to take away their guilt even if they killed someone, right? So you will probably have to say something immoral to them. Then you die, you never free yourself from the basement. Okay, I will message her. I died in the basement. I'm sorry. I will message her after a week later. They're usually very empathetic. Yeah, that they are. I mean, that's part of the job, I suppose. Pretty sure that's not true. And statistically, they are highly on sociopathy skill. Oh, really? That's interesting. Then I should never go to the psychologist. I'd love to attend the tea ceremony, but I'm eating expired food from a mini fridge inside of the basement in Erde. Kom in zij. Good one. I would attend it if it was me. Don't view the situation as cheating. You can go to witness a tea ceremony from a pro, enjoy a meal, and maybe work towards a friendship. If T-Girls really is into you, it could be disheartening for her if you stay your ground should the topic come up and inform her that there's someone else if you're interested in romantically. Then what about this Harpoo and rest of chat? I go, and then I tell the Pokemon girl, like, oh, I went on a date because it was planned even from before I met you, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go, and after going I feel a bit guilty. I think after doing this I realized that I don't want to see others anymore and I want to stop using the app. What about you? Is that a good solution? It feels a bit sneaky anyway, because it's kind of like planned honesty. Like, that's not actually honest, is it? Planned honesty is not honest. If you kill the boss of the basement, a trapdoor appears and you get to the cells. Maybe if I kill Bowser, then I get to marry the princess, right? If I learned anything from Isaac, after the basement is the womb. I mean, I do want to have children soonish. If you're reading this, I'm most likely dead. I mostly speak about psychologists from personal experience. I have a few of them in my family. Yeah, then it's kind of hard to say that they're psychopaths, right? Sociopaths, I mean. How about this? You go and the Pokemon girl is actually the history girl. I mean, they're the same girl, Mazer. The Pokemon girl is the history girl. And she's like, oh, so you're cheating, huh? I guess it doesn't work because the Pokemon girl and the history girl are the same girl. Maybe I should just use her name, but she probably doesn't want her name to be spread around the internet. Like, she needs some privacy, right? I mean, the T-girl is the history girl. Oh. That would be next level. It's a baby plot, yeah. I'm not surprised. I know that's the kind of shit you like, is what I mean. After basement is caves, usually. I thought after basement is gaming until you die, while the mother makes your food, right? So I finally caught up on chat after like an hour. Thank you guys for giving me stuff to talk about, but we actually still didn't solve the date problem. Well, maybe you guys did, but I am still in dubio. Is that an English expression, in dubio? You're out? Yeah. You were not here for the gameplay, I guess. The last thing you said was good. Really? The planned honesty thing? Because then I should stop streaming too. Then not just Mazer out, but also me out. Because it would be nice to take a shower before I go, right? Before I leave, go for the day today. Okay. You know, Mazer's advice has brought me to Korea and Japan. So, well, actually, it's not like he told me to go to Japan, but Mazer's advice made me win Worlds, and I wouldn't have moved to Korea without that. So, let's do the right thing. Mesa, you should have used that phrase. Do the right thing. Then I would have definitely listened, no matter what. That phrase is just like a Pavlov reaction. Yeah. Speaking of psychologists, speaking of Russians, do the right thing is my Pavlov reaction. You can make me do anything you want. That's crazy. That's very dangerous. That's right. Do the right thing. Mazer out. I hope you didn't hear the last thing. Go on date. Tell second girl you did out of obligation and to be polite. Yeah. Being a go on date. Tell second girl you did out of obligation to be polite. Okay. Hi streamer. Hard bulkiest pick. I will probably be leaving now though. Bulkiest pick. We didn't do much gameplay today. We did relationship counseling. Well, no. It's more like dating counseling, right? Not really relationship counseling. Are you going to end stream right now? Let's check how far I have to walk to see if I still have some time. Yeah, I have to go now. I will read the last bit of chat, I guess. The voice of Ferocca's consciousness. Don't ruin the day by telling tea ceremony woman when you meet her you're only there to be polite. No, of course. I'll just pretend it's a normal date. Relationship counseling is a great first date idea. At least you get all the problems out of the way immediately. You have a good date, and if she wants a second date, let her know you had a good time but wanted to go with someone else first. Yeah, or I will make some crazy excuse in the basement. I just finished work. Should I turn my stream on? Yeah, that's a good idea, Crazed. I will raid you. So hop on quickly, please. I need to go. Then I will raid you and leave after playing like 2 games today. Because yeah, at the beginning of the... It's a pity Mazer is already gone. I made a very crazy Vitruvian deck that is horrible, but I think Mazer might appreciate the idea. The OTK bullshit. Without artifact OTK. Will the other stream also be about relationships or about this stupid game? I'm sorry, underscore, but Crazed is all about this game. Well, maybe you can change his mind. Maybe he will give you relationship advice. You can ask nicely. Crazed is a nice person, so... It's booting up, okay. I guess... Rate... It's... Crazed HD. Typing chat Crazed when I can hit enter. Also, in advance, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the advice. And I will also say thank you on behalf of the tea ceremony girl. Thank you for not having me ghosted today. Thank you for not leaving me at the station, waiting for nobody today. Yeah, it's better that I go. I just got that picture in my head. It's too sad. Count to like 10 and should be up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't work. Oh, I see. I spelled your name wrong. I spelled your name right. Goodbye in 2 seconds.